Hey everyone, it's me Tim from FTA Adventures. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips for food storage when motorcycle camping. This is super important stuff, so stick around. Hey everyone, so like I said, I'm going to be talking about my 5 tips for food storage. This is really important for being bear aware, for not leaving a mess around camp, things like that. Number 1 tip is everything with a scent is considered food. If you're in bear country, that means chapstick, cigarettes, tobacco products, deodorant, food wrappers, actual food, pots and pans that you cook with. All of that stuff needs to be treated as food and needs to be dealt with properly. So if you are in bear country, make sure you do a little research. And if you're not sure, you can always ask a park ranger or someone at the Forest Service Department. Tip number 2 is to keep all of your food related items in one place. I carry a dry bag with all of my food stuff in it. That means cooking equipment, snacks, drinks, all of that stuff fit into a dry bag that I have separate so that when it's time to deal with my food properly, it's all in one place and it's easier to deal with. Tip number 3 is check local regulations. Some places will require that you carry a bear canister with you. Hanging a food bag isn't always an option. There are certain regulations and rules, and you want to make sure that you know what they are if you're camping in bear country. Now, the best way to find out is to go to the Forest Service Department, ask them what's going on. You can ask them, are there any problem animals in the area that they know of? What animals should you be worried about? And what do you need to do with your food to make sure that you're safe and that you're not endangering an animal? Because one of the real sad things is that if an animal gets used to relating people with food, then they get bolder and bolder, and eventually they have to be either relocated or sometimes put down. Tip number 4, this is going to be eat away from your campsite and away from your bike. Try to think of it like a triangular shape. So you got your tent right here, your eating area right here, and your bike right here. And try to keep your food area about 30 feet away from your tent. Which brings us to tip number 5, park your motorcycle away from your tent. This is because if you have food stuff in your bike, and you wake up in the middle of the night to a bear, it will at least be 30 feet away from you or more so that you can deal with it safely. Black bear, for example, you should be able to just run them off and scare them away. But if they're right on top of your tent, that's going to be a little tricky to do. So that's kind of my theory. That's kind of my method with dealing with bears and being in bear country, is using the triangle method to keep food stuff away from the bike or the tent, etc. So those are my 5 tips for food storage for motorcycle camping. I hope you found this video useful. If you're interested in more things like this, topics about motorcycle camping, I have a book called The Fundamentals of Motorcycle Camping. It's linked down below if you guys want to check it out. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.